So I am going to replace my transmission oil. Actually there is no hole especially to refill, but there is this breathing hole here which I can use to refill the oil, or I can release these bolts, take this off. So I am going to start by you can see the hole here, and the size on this Allen key is size 10. This can actually work. This bolt is tight, it's very tight, so I'll be using this. This one is size 10. This is tight. It's very tight. It's never been changed or anything. Oh boy. So we got it loose, and as I'm saying, it was very tight. So this is a transmission oil. Still look good, still feel good. So this is actually the transmission oil, and we are going to measure it to see how much came out. It's actually quite not too bad looking, but you can see that it's black. We have about 55,000 kilometers on the car, but we are changing it. So I'm just going to bottle this out and see how much came out of the transmission. So guys, I am examining how many oil we got out so far. We have 800 milliliter here, so 8 and 8 is 16, and we have about 5, so that is about 21, right? And as you can see, the car is not leveled, but also we probably spilled some on the ground. Not much, but we spilled a little on the ground, in which will compensate for that, right? But that's what we got out of the car. It's not leveled. Maybe if I level it, more will come out, but we got out most of the oil. So we have the transmission oil here. You can see that these are at 1 meter, and we have the meter mark, which is good. So as I was telling you guys, I'm going to remove this breather cap here, and you can see the hole in which I'm going to use to refill the oil. There are different ways of doing it. You can take the entire thing off. There might be a side hole as well in which you can use to fill up, but I have myself these holes. It's rubber and also plastic, because I had cut these holes. I had intended it to be used for this purpose, but I had cut it to deal with the PCV valve area, so I took part of it. So we are going to attach the rubber part on the connection here, and we connect this on it and make sure it's on tight. So guys, we have the holes on the transmission breather hole, and it's a little bend here, so we are going to see how we can fill up. So as you can see there now, it's on properly, and we're going to see how we can put in some of the oil. I cannot do this with my one hand, so I'll have to get some way of doing it. Yeah, because we gotta make sure we hold this and pour it down. So I'm not gonna show you guys the entire thing, but you can see where the hose is attached. I'm going to pour a little by a little. Yeah, it's belching. It's belching, but it's going down. So that's the 4 liter that we put in, and one of the things I like to do is to check for any leaks. There's no leak or anything. As you can see, there is no leak. That's from the little spill we had. So on to the next liter. We're gonna throw all of it. So the can is empty. We're gonna put the next liter in. So we are going a little at a time. It's gonna belch. Look at that. That's when we put too much. So that's why you wanna go a little at a time. It's gonna belch. Told you. So that went down. I think this is the easiest way to change the transmission oil. If you don't have a lift, if you don't have any pump or anything to put back in the oil, it's the easiest way to do it. So guys, that's 2 liters. So guys, so far we have 1 milliliters there, which is 1 liter. And now we have, this one says 800, right? This one says above, like a little below 800, so it should be there. Let's see if we get close to that. So as you can see, let's go. We're gonna put the rest in. So as you can see, we almost get 2 liters here. Almost get 2 liters. So you can see that some of the oil that came out got spilled on the ground. We're gonna compensate for it. So some actually spill on the ground, which might be the other part of that might be the rest that would have taken us to 2 liters. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little. I'm going to add a little. You can see we still have some drainage here too, so I'm gonna just compensate a little. So guys, I finished refilling the transmission, and as stated, I put a little to compensate. So from the 1 liter mark, that's the amount I put. That's the amount I put. So if you look on the old oil mark, say we almost at 1 milliliter here, and we have some to compensate. And this is what I took from the new oil. So guys, I'm going to start. As I state, the car is at 55,000 kilometers. That's the forced transmission oil change. So we're gonna start. So yeah, and we are going to just give it about 2 minutes. For everything just to settle in. You just want to ensure that, you know, all is well with the transmission. So I can see it's almost 2 minutes now. So it's going. I'm just gonna, you know, let everything circulate around the inside, the new oil. So now I'm gonna put down the handbrakes and I'm going to just change up the gears. And that's my reversing gear. I'm actually moving back a little. Put it in neutral, put it in drive. Sport mode. Everything actually feels lovely, and it feels like the gears are moving more easier as well. I'm telling you, because the car was down for some time and it feels like, you know, it's moving more easier. This car is, let's see, this car is 14 years old and the oil have never been changed. So we changed the oil today and everything feels lovely. See, the thing here, guys, you want to make sure that, you know, your gears are not slipping or anything and you do have a problem. But everything is moving lovely. And it's always good to change your oil. And if you want your vehicle to last long, you have to do your maintenance. So guys, we are actually done here.